Hello, I'm Meggan Sharks, Team Read Director for the Children's Reading Foundation of the Mid-Columbia. And today I'm here to give you 5 tips on how to help you become a better reader. These tips are going to be all about comprehension. What is comprehension? Well, it's how we understand and absorb what we're reading. Tip number 1 for reading comprehension. What are the characters in the book? This is a great question to ask yourself while you're reading. Is there a mom, a dad in the story, or maybe an animal? Do you know the animal's name? These are all great questions for you to ask while you're reading and at the end of the story. Tip number 2, let's talk about the setting. Where does the story take place? Is it more than one location? Can you name all the settings in order that are in the story? This is another great question for comprehension. Tip number 3. Let's talk about the beginning of the story. What happens at the beginning of the story? And what information is given to tell you what the story will be about? Maybe it introduces characters or talks about how the story begins. Tip number 4, the middle. Of course, this is when all the adventure happens in a story. So what happened in the middle of the story? Sometimes there are many things that happen. Can you name 3 things that happened in the middle of your story? And finally, tip number 5 is the end. How did the story end? What happened at the end of the story? And did you like the way that it ended? And if it was up to you and you could rewrite the story, how would you make it different? Thank you so much for learning about comprehension with me today. Remember, it's so important to read 20 minutes together every day and ask these questions with your mom or dad or with your siblings. And enjoy reading.